morning, I'm Stacy Brown, also known as DJ Brown Sugar. But today, I'm going to show you how to make a basic French toast. Something you can make in your dorm room, or if you're an amateur cook, this is something to start with. You save yourself a lot of money on trips to IHOP and Denny's. So, here's all what you're going to need. Alright. So, first off, you're going to need about 1 1/3 cup of milk. About 2 teaspoons of cinnamon right here, 3 tablespoons of vanilla extract, about a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 2 eggs, and a nice healthy slab of butter to season to taste as you go along, and about 3 or 4 slices of Texas toast. Regular bread does work fine. I'm just working with Texas toast today, so I like to work with it. So the first thing you're going to do is actually set your stove to a medium or low heat. If you're using an electronic stove, so put it on about a 4, just below medium setting, so about a 4, 4.5. So now we're going to combine all of these ingredients while our stove heats up. And the first thing you want to do before you can put anything in a pan, of course, is you well lubricated. You can use vegetable oil. I recommend you actually use canola oil cooking spray. You can also use butter, that also works great. The thing I do not recommend you do is you do not want to use vegetable oil, it is terrible. And corn oil, not the greatest either. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to start mixing every ingredient together. We're going to take our 1 1/3 cup of milk, and then dump it into our 1 cup of flour and 1/4 cup of sugar. Do the same thing with our 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, just dump it in there. Eggs, your 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. You don't have to beat your eggs if you don't want to. You can if you want, it doesn't matter. It's all going to be the same anyway. Your 3 tablespoons of vanilla extract. Dump it all in there. And you're going to take your basic fork, and you are going to stir all of this together. It's going to turn kind of a pasty brown color. Don't worry, that is exactly how it's supposed to turn. And keep mixing. So you mix the majority of this flour is under the impression of the milk. Don't worry if you can't get every last chunk of flour out. You never will. But don't worry, it all pans out in the end. I'm going to be working with 3 slices of French toast. The amount of this batter actually makes more, makes maybe 4 or 5. But I'm just going to work with 3 just to give you guys a basic idea. And also the other thing you want to do is have your whatever plate you want to eat it off of, have that on standby. Which I do have that on standby, just fine with me. Okay, so now that your batter is all nice and mixed together, like I said, do not worry about those extra flour chunks. It all pans out in the end. So your pan by now should be nice and heated. If it isn't, just give it a minute, it will. If your stove is working properly. Alright, so first thing you want to do is grab you 1 of these slices of bread. You're going to soak it in the batter on both sides. Keep your batter close to your pan, as close as possible. And you're just gonna put it in there like that. And do it with a slice so you can fit it in your pan. How big your pan is. It's big enough to do that. And you're gonna take a nice spatula. So you're gonna leave it there for about maybe 4, maybe 5 minutes. You have to just heat a little, just to be about medium. So yeah, not medium low. And we're going to wait about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and by then we should be able to flip it over, and it should be a nice golden brown. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. On that side, and we're doing the exact same thing for the other side. So right now I have my plate on standby with my leftover batter. And so we're gonna make one more slice right out. The slice there for it. So yeah, cameraman's back. Continue that. Get closer up on this pan. So that's exactly how it should look on both sides. And it says that it takes about 4 or 5 minutes. So you use that medium low heat. You don't want to turn it on high heat. Please don't do that because your stuff will cook mighty fast. So sugar content. So you see, that's not quite done yet, but we're getting pretty close. Anything here, you want to check on it. It's getting pretty close to being done. So what I'm going to do is put that over again. Alright. So we're going to keep that cooking, and this should be about done now. And that right there